Okay, hello. Uh, we have conducted this research together. My name is Kirsi Korkealehto, and I work at Haaga-Helia University of Applied Sciences in Helsinki, Finland.
Hello, and I'm Vera Leier. I'm a senior lecturer of German at Stockholm University in Sweden. Today, we want to present our study, Fostering Cognitive Presence in Online EFL Learning. The challenges of online language learning are digital expansion, language complexity, and research gap. So the digital expansion, there is rapid growth of online education, and it demands effective digital learning environments for meaningful engagement. The language complexity is language learning requires interaction, communication, and authentic practice opportunities in virtual spaces. And we found there's a research gap. Cognitive presence remains underexplored despite being crucial for deep learning outcomes. So we will show you our study. The community of inquiry framework, which has social presence as one of the components, is comprised of cognitive presence, which is a learner's construct and confirm meaning through sustained reflection and discourse in critical inquiry. Social presence is the ability to project personal characteristics and create meaningful relationships in learning community. And teaching presence as the third component is a design, facilitation, and direction of cognitive and social processes for meaningful learning outcomes. There are four phases of cognitive presence. That is the triggering of an event, problem or dilemma captured learner's attention and curiosity, initiating inquiry process, followed by exploration, which is the information exchange and brainstorming as learners seek to understand the problem. Then integration, learners construct meaning by connecting ideas and synthesizing information effectively. And it is followed by resolution, which is the application of the new knowledge to solve initial problem or address related issues. So our study is also guided by the principles of task-based language teaching, which is as a process over product, which means emphasis on meaningful activities that promote communication and understanding rather than perfect linguistic output. And also authentic engagement, which is learners acquire language through interactive and purposeful engagement with real-world tasks and scenarios. So we aligned the two frames by meaningful engagement. Both approaches emphasize authentic, purposeful interaction with content for deeper learning outcomes. Critical thinking, so task-based language teaching, TBLT, promotes language proficiency alongside critical thinking and creativity, which is essential a cognitive presence components. The real-life situations are activities which require meaning negotiation and compel learners to think critically and collaborate effectively.
And then I talk about our research methodology. So our participants were 35 adult learners in an online English course in Finland. And this was an adult learning center where the learners were voluntarily coming in the evenings to the classes, online classes, and the curricula was built together, and the learners participation was voluntary. So actually, it was their hobby to come to these classes, and we had only once a week, 1.5 hours weekly online classes, and the duration of this course was 1 academic year. And the course was integrated according to TPLT principles, and the idea was to enhance cognitive presence throughout the year and through the activities. And at the end, a questionnaire was sent to the students, and it had quantitative Likert scale statements and also qualitative open-ended questions, asking the students the elements that enhanced cognitive presence in the course. And according to the analysis, the key factors that enhanced cognitive presence according to the learners was that the learning design was well structured. So they were thinking that the course was well balanced and the content was relevant, and also the assignments were authentic. They had connection to the real world, and they could also apply the knowledge they gained during the course. They could use it in real world situations in their own lives. And then also peer interaction during these online courses was seen meaningful, because during these authentic assignments, they had meaningful discussions, and also the assignments were designed so that the students had to collaboratively solve problems. And these peer interactions were structured in online environment. Unfortunately, they had only these peer interaction during the class and not outside of the class. And also one essential element for enhancing cognitive presence, the students found that teacher support was imperative in the course. They said that teacher strong presence through structured feedback, guided discussions, and clear instructions were elements that they found enhancing cognitive presence. And then also the systematic progression provided a clear learning trajectory supporting sustained reflection and the construction of meaning. The students said that the coherent design and the task aligned with practical inquiry framework was helpful for the cognitive presence, and they also appreciated the multimedia integration, because in several tasks we used some videos or some music, and so they thought that this multimedia integration was beneficial for maintaining their attention. And also diversity in task design with the help of digital tools was found beneficial for supporting the cognitive presence of the students. And then also the cognitive presence phases and then the tasks that were aligned together. The students said that it was beneficial that these at the beginning of each lesson, the multimedia rich icebreakers somehow triggered them at the beginning of the lesson, and they sparked inquiry through intellectual stimulating real-world scenarios that they were also connected to real-world applying of the language. And then second, exploration task in text-based and collaborative activities. There was a balance between individual tasks and then collaborative tasks. So normally it was so that the students individually studied something, and then thereafter they had this collaboration where they could explore the tasks together. And then integration activities. Those were mainly based on the course book and discussions that facilitated meaning, and also the idea was to connect somehow, to remind of what has been learned previously, and then the students could connect the new learning context or content to their existing knowledge. And then the last one, resolution applications, there were some role plays and presentations, and these offered meaningful opportunities to demonstrate what they have learned. And these also were, of course, role plays were done in pairs, and sometimes in groups of 3 or 4, depending on the tasks. And then what was very meaningful for the learners, that they had the idea or the perception that the atmosphere during the class was supportive, and that had great impact to learners' willingness to engage in critical thinking and also take risks to enhance deep learning. This risk-taking, that sounds quite big, but that is also a risk when you start talking in a language that you don't master thoroughly. So that is felt as a risk to have the courage to talk in that language. And then the knowledge integration, that phase effectively helped learners connect new information to existing knowledge, and that is very meaningful for cognitive engagement and also for deeper learning, to have the comprehensive understanding of the topic and learning content. And then we think that our research has a contribution to the academic discussion by integrating the 2 frameworks, that is the integration of cognitive presence framework for language learning with task-based language teaching principles. So that is a combination that we used throughout the course, in the planning phase, and then in the implementation phase as well. So try to find this systematic integration in all phases of the course. And then communicative synergies. So this alignment between task-based language teaching of task-based language teaching's meaningful communication, and then also cognitive presence, collaborative knowledge construction. So that was the communicative synergy that we saw that brings a lot for learning. And then also critical thinking, which is very important in cognitive presence. So we had tasks that could enhance critical thinking. of learners. And then thinking about practical recommendations for language teachers who teach a lot online. So it is important to align the tasks with practical inquiry model so that the framework is coherent and it promotes deep learning. And in both our frameworks, authentic tasks are very important. So it is meaningful for the learners when they see that they actually have use in real world what they learn in their language courses. So with the authentic task selection, we mean that there's always this connection to real world situations and also learners' own experiences. And that enhances intrinsic motivation because they know why they are learning. And then balanced interaction. So the combination between individual reflection and with the collaborative activities. So ideally there should always be individual part first and then collaboration together. And that supports cognitive presence aspects. And then strategic facilitation. So teacher needs to be active throughout the online session, giving feedback, giving guidance, facilitating discussions, and then also helping with questions and giving support in all the way. And then about technology integration. So the students found it very helpful that there were some multimedia integrations of videos, music, and some other interactive activities with collaborative tools, so they can enhance the learning experience. And then also this global collaboration with TBLT would be very beneficial for this kind of online courses, to having the authentic communication focus, which is suitable for very many learning styles. And to conclude, so now we have explored how strategic technology integration enhances task-based language teaching principles and then fosters also cognitive presence. So good digital tools, digital collaboration through these digital tools and collaborative tasks, so they facilitate authentic interaction, and these technology-enhanced tasks, they stimulate deeper cognitive processing, promoting critical thinking and problem-solving skills. And with this TBLT methodology, we have implemented real-world tasks, which were supported by digital tools, and that helps learners to immerse in meaningful language use and driving acquisition through practice. And then learning success, integrating these approaches led to improvements in language learning and enhanced learner autonomy. Okay, thank you for your attention.
Thank you.